Estado de Zacatecas, como te recuerdo por donde yo voy.
Hi guys, and welcome back to a new episode. This is your host Diana,
and this is your co-host Cyntia,
and this is Chingonas Talk About It. I know this last video I didn't say, and this is Chingonas Talk About It, because I was so excited to
be back
that I forgot where the fuck I was back at.
Yeah,
I'm back home. I was so excited to be here today. Busy weekend again. We're so busy. Bien ocupadas estamos and shit. We do like one thing and shit.
For real.
But no, I'm excited to be officially back, because last week, you know, it was our last part to put from the live with our podcast fam.
So no contó, okay.
So I mean, no contó, but it's like we did like a really quick recap. So then we had to get to the main focus, and that was the last podcast.
That's very rare for us to get to the main focus.
I know, and it's like we had to like kind of like shut the fuck up and like go ahead and do our thing. So I was like, damn, I gotta shut the fuck up, you know. The whole time I just want to be like, hey girl, what's up? How you been? Like, you know, sipping on. This is just squirt. Cynthia said that we're gonna practice how to do shotguns.
Yeah, we're gonna do shotguns. We're probably gonna record it, huh?
We should insert clip.
Yeah.
I'm dead. Imagine. Yeah, we're gonna do some shotguns in her backyard because it's probably gonna be really messy. Oh. And I are gonna practice outside her backyard because we're probably gonna fuck up. Well, when I mean I probably mean me, because I'm just gonna be like, mames, güey, 21
Well, in my defense, in both, I think.
What?
We're not trashy like that. Yeah, I'm like, ¿viste a la hija de Don Luis?
I'm dead. But I mean, you don't have to be trashy, but like, I guess ese...
Like, llegar a ese límite, that's what I meant.
Llegar a ese punto de tu vida and shit when you're doing shotguns. I guess like it's like more like a fun, like, Olympic activity. It's Olímpico, güey.
Yeah.
Challenging. Beer shotgunning is an Olympic sport.
Yeah.
¿Qué es qué?
Are we candidates?
I mean, we're...
Did I speak too soon?
I think so.
Okay.
We're going to try it out and see if we even qualify.
Oh, okay.
To be participants.
Yeah.
But yes, hermana, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Hermana, you're fucking busy.
Yeah.
But I am good. Thank you for asking. I'm very good. I'm very excited to be here. You know, just get us going again. Just get our groove back. You know, as last episode, I couldn't talk. I miss Pere. You know, I miss my voice, and I just miss conversing with you guys. So it's nice to just be back and just talk our shit.
Okay, yeah, me too.
You thought about it and shit?
Yeah.
like no, está chido.
Yeah, no, because I mean, like, to me, in my head, like, I have been left.
Yeah. Oh.
But you did.
I'm sorry. You've been a single mom and shit whole time. But yes, hermana, how are you? You are busy this weekend.
Yes.
You? Solamente tú.
No. We're having a whole blackout session. Is that what it's called?
Que comience la fiesta.
Yeah. I'm for sure going to use that sound. So, for those who know.
Let me pick in my nose.
Well, no. No es cierto.
Si no saben, sabrán.
Yeah. No, I'm celebrating my 5-year wedding anniversary this weekend.
Yes, you are. Congratulations.
Well, this weekend that passed. We're talking.
This will drop Monday.
Yeah.
So August 5th was my cuñados and my sister's 5th wedding anniversary through the eyes of God.
Yeah.
Through church. Because you guys, we were talking about that. You have many anniversaries.
Yeah. And
¿Cuál se cuenta?
So, okay, that's like short and cute. Let's go into that. Luis wants to like narrow it down, pero no, para mí todos son importantes.
Okay. Cada fecha importa.
Right.
Porque fue un sacrificio de
so
la vida.
The first one is like when I finally decided to go in this life journey with him.
Necesito decirte.
The boda del civil, he sweared and promised and like everything.
I was there, so what?
That he wasn't gonna do a wedding in la iglesia because he doesn't believe in church.
Right.
And then we had a stupid ass big ass wedding in church.
You guys had like 3 weddings.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. To me, all 3 count.
That's nice. I'm excited for your blackout party.
Yeah.
You know, some people are offended. And when I mean some people are offended, I mean our parents, because they weren't invited.
No, they were not invited. This is a strictly blackout party.
The Castañedas have spoken, and they have not invited the parents. It's only plebada only. and hopefully everything goes well.
Y ahorita acabamos de invitar a 2 invitados más.
Oh my God, that's so cool. So let's talk about that. So
We were recording
for you guys. Like, we aquí andamos, que, like, you know.
bien inspiradas.
Que comience la fiesta inspiradas, you know. I was like, you know what I'm saying?
But we had to stop.
We had to put this shit on pause because, you know, Cynthia contrató a
La carpa.
La Carpa, a Doña Gloria and her establishment. We'll go into that right now.
Yeah.
So we had to pause to help out los muchachillos.
Yeah.
So, hermana, elaborate.
Yeah. So we told them that this is not a family party.
It's not a family party.
Es una peda. So to come through if they're in the neighborhood. We've been in touch with Doña Gloria. I don't want to say hiring because oye, si bien...
Yeah, that's not.
No, because it became a friendship con Doña
Right.
Gloria. So we've been in contact with Doña Gloria for over, I want to say like 10 years.
I want to say when like your kids' birthday parties, because
Yeah.
you know that was at least 10 years ago. That
Yeah,
you
because
started
Ari's
doing all
6
that.
for sure. It had to be before Ari because Ari ya no
Yeah.
le tocó trampolín. so Doña Gloria renta sillas, mesas y trampolines.
Yeah.
We're going to put her information down below.
Yes, we are.
I'm going to ask her first. But
We're gonna ask her first.
But
We talked to her kids.
yeah, the staff said it was okay.
Yeah, and the staff is also invited.
Yeah, the staff is invited to the Blackout Party.
to the Castañeda Blackout Party.
Yeah, and Doña Gloria is badass. Te pone una carpa, like, cuando tú vienes a poner una mesa, y ella puso toda una carpa.
Come correct.
Yeah.
From Addison, Illinois.
Eres en Illinois.
So
y a huevo, ¿de dónde son?
Es Zacatecas.
De Zacatecas.
I'm dead. I love that. I
Yeah.
love family businesses. I love small businesses. I love everything that has to do with the family and the business.
Yeah, so shout out to Doña Gloria's. I think that's not, I mean, obviously
Give us a name.
Yeah, it's a GIR.
GIR.
Yeah, GIR. I guess the I don't know if it's Carpas or sillas or I don't know.
Something.
I don't know the exact name because I always refer to her as Doña Gloria.
Doña Gloria.
So reach out to Doña Gloria if you need a carpa, if you need sillas, and if you need a trampoline.
They will travel different directions because we just found out that they even go towards my parents' area in
Yeah.
Hampton, Illinois.
Yeah,
Allá, pasadito allá,
Yeah, like
Esos
15
rumbos.
minutes away from there.
Yes. So she will do north side, south side, west side, suburbs. 'cause
Suburbs.
They're located in Addison.
Yeah,
but
so
yeah,
I'm gonna get consent to put her number down below if you guys ever need a carpa. So shout out to her. Shout out to Tamborazo Cristalera.
Tamborazo Cristalera. Ya se llegó la fecha que vamos a bailar. No cumbia, but it's vamos a bailar.
Yeah.
Sale sobre.
Yeah, so shout out to the boys de Tamborazo Cristalera.
Shout out to our boy Checo.
Yeah,
first
shout
of
out to
all.
our boy Checo.
This is his side job, and Cynthia won the raffle like a minute ago. I don't know if you guys remember how I was like, "Oh my god, you won the raffle!" Ah. So we are using this
Opportunity.
opportunity.
Ya no vais a llorar.
No puedo. No puedo. To celebrate my sister and my cuñado's fifth wedding anniversary. Ay,
Un mosquito.
Tus mosquitos andan
A madres.
A madres.
Se están dando sus verdes.
Fucking assholes. I hope you guys fucking die. Every time you guys bite me, fucking assholes. Shout out to the mosquitoes. But yes, guys, shout out to everyone that is coming tomorrow. I'm excited. I don't think we've ever kind of hosted an event like just plebada.
No, we've never. We are always family oriented.
Yes. So mom and
Did
dad
we
are-
fuck up?
I don't know. Mom and dad are definitely upset.
Oh yeah, my
Yeah,
dad was like
you-
fucking calling me. He's like, he called me yesterday and he's like, "What should I wear for your event Saturday?" And I'm
A ver
like,
qué dicen shit.
"Tú no vas a ir."
¿Cuál evento?
But you know what? Straight up, they're making us menudo Sunday.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's
Cynthia,
what's up.
Cynthia made it like a joke, like, hey, like, y pa la cruda Sunday, menudo. And low-key, my mom's coming through. And my mom said it's her menudo, not my dad's.
Yeah,
so
because
come
I always refer to it as dad's menudo.
That's menudo snaps. I don't really fuck with menudo like that. I think you're the only one kind of like you and my brother fuck with menudo like heavy. I see like
Yeah, my husband tampoco.
it has to be like spicy, like for me, right? And that like throws it down así cholosito. Because si no tiene sabor and it's like straight out of like the cow and shit. Like I'm gonna think about it.
No, I love menudo, but for sure nothing compares to my mom's menudo.
So
I'm not allowed to say my dad's menudo anymore.
I guess now we get sued. But yeah, the plebadas not invited, so my parents felt some type of way. But they are making Cynthia and Luis a recalentado on Sunday. So
La tornaboda or shit.
But we're excited. We're excited. And congratulations, sister. Congratulations on 5 years married through
The eyes of God.
the eyes of God.
Thank you.
I want to one day get married through the eyes of God.
Yeah, it's
He'd
very.
be like,
I don't know about that one. It's very challenging, but it's worth it.
Amen. So, vamos a gracias a Dios por 5 años. Vamos a pasar el vaso.
Oh, and she's fucking actually like she's been dying to do this. She wants to renew my vows.
I am going to renew their vows.
That's in question. We don't know if she's gonna do it or not because the way my husband's set up.
Mi cuñado me raya la madre and shit, get the fuck out of my house. You know what? I don't even live here. You're right. I just came for the party. Like, luckily I was invited and shit.
Yeah.
I was part of the invitation
The guest list, the short guest list.
But I do want to renew their vows, so keep tuned to see if I actually renew. Yeah, I mean, it was something like a little, I don't want to say a little ceremony, but just like
a little ceremony.
A little ceremony, like to remember why they even came about.
Yeah.
Why this unity? Why are we present today celebrating in unity?
Yes.
Guys, also, you know what? We have to give a shout out to what actually the date is for us.
Oh, hell yeah.
We always shout out Atolinga, Zacatecas because we are very, very proud.
We go Atolinga, Zacatecas hard.
We are from el municipio, el pueblo de Atolinga, Zacatecas. I don't think we will ever get tired of repping where we are. And even if we were from a rancho from Atolinga, Zacatecas, we would shout about that too.
Yeah.
Because we're not from the big city. We're from the pueblo.
Yeah, I would never say, like, if I'm from a little ranchito, I wouldn't say the big town.
There's some people that say that they're from a bigger town.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We know where you're from.
We know. But el 7 de agosto is a very important day in Atolinga. We would be in Atolinga, in the ferias of Atolinga, throwing it down for our Saint Cayetano. So I'm very actually happy that you're throwing this party because for us, it's like, for us Atolingenses, it's like a big, like, day.
Celebration.
It's a day. Es un desmadre. And if you know, you know. En el día del 7 de agosto se pone hasta su madre.
El 7 de agosto se pone hasta la madre el centro. That's when we actually go out and throw out.
Si no hay gente, ese día hay...
Throw down. I said throw out.
Yeah. Se retumba su puta madre en la plaza porque hay un chingo de gente. So shout out to all my atolingenses that got to go to Atolinga. Are going to celebrate low-key because,
Feliz 7 de agosto.
Yes.
Día de San Cayetano.
Feliz 7 de agosto to all my atolingenses de arriba, Atolinga, Zacatecas, su chingada madre. A little just shout outs. Actually, one more shout out. I did put that we were going to give shout outs to people's birthdays.
Over.
And estamos en agosto, entonces hay que celebrar los cumpleaños. Our awesome sisters, Daisy and her sister, Jessie. Comments.
Happy August birthdays.
Happy August birthday. They did get a shout out. Shout out to her sister Daisy. Her birthday was August 4th. Shout out to you, girl, que cumplas muchos años más. Gracias por el apoyo. Gracias por escucharnos a nosotras, que hablamos mucha miércoles de ceniza. But happy birthday, girl. I did tell you on my personal page that happy birthday. So
I told you happy birthday from my personal page too.
All right then. So we're coming correct. First of all. So yeah. So guys, if your birthday is still in August, let us know. Comment on our IG or on our YouTube comments your birthday because we want to give you a shout out, especially if you fuck with us. We fuck with you. How about that?
Okay, and then are we doing more August birthdays or just for the week or what?
Yeah.
For the week or we're doing more August birthdays?
We're doing more August birthdays. So if you're gonna keep commenting and your birthday's like next week or whatever, until hasta que se acabe agosto, pues, you know.
Okay.
Comments.
We're forgetting one shout out.
Who?
Our friend with Mufflers for Less.
Oh my God. Friends and family. And everyone else that's listening to us. Guys, yes. So here I am minding my business. I'm like eating in the South Side. First of all, shout out to that restaurant that I went to because it was bomb.
Yeah.
And then my sister sends me a video and I'm like, oh my God, it's my dad. So
like she
bad.
sees the preview that my dad's
It's
there.
my dad. So I'm like, I'm thinking bad because everything related to my father is usually something like bad.
Not necessarily.
Or funny.
Funny usually.
So I look at it and it's our boy over here recording our father. And he
Jose Cermeño from Mufflers for Less. Well, from Conjunto Cascabel.
Conjunto Cascabel. Shout out to Conjunto Cascabel. Shout out to, Aguacate over
Yeah,
here. Woo, woo.
Aguacate strong. Leave it to our father.
Our father.
To go to Mufflers for Less on Damen and Roscoe.
Roscoe Village, North Side. Woo, woo.
Cuando iban a cerrar.
My dad would do that. I am so sorry.
I'm so sorry,
we
Jose.
apologize because my dad does that shit.
Yeah.
And he thinks it's cute. It's not cute.
No, he thinks that, like, but you're here.
So what's the problem?
Yeah, what's the problem?
Oh, we're closing in 5 minutes.
But you're here.
But I'm here before 5 minutes.
Yeah. So that's how my dad's mind
Functions.
goes about. Because that's how he would do it in the restaurant.
Yeah, we're not in the
Like,
restaurant
if
anymore.
somebody would walk in 5 minutes before we were going to close, like, what does he want?
Yeah, no, I worked the night shift and I stayed a lot hours. We even let some guy sleep it off, his peda. And my dad said que no lo moviéramos, que mientras limpiáramos
Yeah.
and have everything ready and then kick the guy out.
Yeah.
So we left with the guy.
Yeah.
Like, he closed the door with us.
Yeah.
True story.
It was a new staff member.
I don't fucking know that guy, but that guy had a good ass sleep and he woke up
So I'm so
sober-ish.
sorry, Jose, for this rude ass man.
Shout out to your dad that's been knowing my dad for a minute.
Yeah, they actually that's how small this world is.
I'm
Our
telling
parents
you.
have been knowing each other for a really, really long time. Leave it to Con Puros Compas to have us on their podcast, and then
we
we're
met Jose and the recording and we're like, Spider-Man.
no, we're like, you look familiar.
I noticed. I was like, you look familiar. And then they're
This
like,
whole time we put two and two together.
You
He's
know what
like,
I'm saying?
yeah.
so shout out to Jose, su papá Armando. They've been putting up with my father for a minute.
Yeah. My dad's very silly.
He's silly. If you know, you know.
He tests his luck a lot. So.
He tests his luck a lot. And we tested for him too.
Yes.
So shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for fixing one of our cars.
Yes.
We'll probably go back.
Yes.
But yes, guys, today's episode, yes, we've been rambling a lot and I'm very excited to be back, obviously. But this topic today is actually kind of
Very serious.
very serious. And
These are kind of.
I'm just saying, like, it's very serious. You know, I want to kind of transition into a more serious matter. It's something that we've been wanting to talk about, especially the person that is anonymously.
Wow, yo también me trabé.
A la madre.
Que no quiere decir su nombre.
Que no va a dar santo y seña de quién es. Quiere contar su historia. Nosotros escuchamos su historia. Like, we were both like doing our little homework, in other words.
Okay, so let me elaborate on that.
Sister, please elaborate.
I've been knowing this person. This person reached out to me and wanted to do this episode. I told her green light for sure. I'm sorry, I'm screaming. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bitch, you fucking screaming.
My bad.
What the fuck? It's serious, but damn.
I said green light for sure. Let me talk to Batman. Batman's like, go for it. So here we are doing this episode, but she wanted us both to know background of her story because with the episodes that we've been putting out, she messages me here and there, asking for advice, asking for guidance, I guess, because like some way or another, like we relate.
Yeah.
We have a similar story. So she does message me and she, she's like, oh, I went through this, or I'm going through this, or I saw what you went through when, I could relate on this.
Of course.
So, but you hadn't.
I hadn't.
So,
we would mention things, but you know me, I was like, I don't want to know unless like you want to share it. And she was very fortunate to open about sharing it to me.
Yeah,
because that's my sister, that's her friend, and yo aquí soy de metiche and shit.
Yeah.
But when she
she sent us an audio.
Yes.
She sent it to me and we listened to it together.
Legit, we were sitting down and I had my headphones and she had her headphones.
Yeah, we were listening to it together and to learn a little bit more of the backstory, because obviously there's two sides to the story.
Yes.
But we want to hear more of what got her to this place.
Yes.
And I could relate so much to it. So do you want to say the topic?
Yes. So today's topic is something actually very serious. It's about domestic violence. And before my sister jumps into her little personal experience, I just want to give a percentage because this actually shocked you when I looked it up. Mm-hmm. Of course, I Googled a percentage of domestic violence. In Illinois, at least 36% of women have suffered from domestic violence, and 34% of men have also
Suffered from.
Yeah. In Illinois, the estimates are slightly higher. I'm sorry. In Illinois, the estimates are slightly higher. For women, it's 42%. And for men, it's 26%. Sorry, I come correct again. In Illinois, the estimates for domestic violence for women are 42%. And for men is 26%.
Okay.
I guess overall, the percentage was 36% for women and 34% for men.
Okay.
So women also, are higher in domestic violence cases, but also men. And I think we know some men that have experienced domestic violence.
Yeah.
So we wanted to hear the backstory. Thank you so much, amiga, for sharing your story. We are not saying names for private reasons, privacy reasons. We're not shouting places, anything out. This is just a story to have our supporters listen to a domestic violence experience.
And raise awareness.
For anyone who's going through it. Somebody that's going through it. And just talk about real shit, because this is actually real shit and it might be close to home.
Yeah. So right away I told you I could relate to it. Some things that she was saying, because like I said, she sent us an audio and it's just, I got flashbacks.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go too into like my personal story, because I kind of already touched based on that, and there is a lot that I still don't feel comfortable talking about, but respectfully, but I still feel like there's not many women standing up and talking about this. And I myself, I don't know why, but I thought this was normal. When I was in those shoes, I felt like that's what couples did.
It was part of the relationship.
Yeah, like as stupid and as funny, or however you want to see it, as it sounds, I thought that like couples physically hurt each other. I'm not gonna say that I was ever a victim, because I know that I threw hands too, but that's just the type of person that I am.
Well, folks, there you hear it.
But it's just, I know that like now I know that wasn't okay. That wasn't the
healthy
lifestyle. Yeah, that wasn't the lifestyle that I wanted for my kids, for myself, or for that other person.
Yes.
When like I said, I'm not gonna go in depth with it, but when I met my husband, I remember I still had that in me.
Yeah.
And I know I told Mom and you a couple times where it's just like I fucking went and like tried to fucking attack him. I was like, I would get mad and I would like try to like
trigger him.
No, not trigger him. I never tried to trigger him, but I tried to like get at him first before he swung at me.
You attack first before you got attacked.
Yeah. And
survival of the fittest, bro.
Yeah. And like, I swear to God, ¿me prestas tus manos? Sí. He would hold my hands like this. Yeah. My husband's 6 feet tall. Yeah. He would hold my hands like this and he would tell me, breathe, calm down. And I would call Mom right away. And I'm like, he's not hitting me.
Right.
Like he wants to calm me down. And Mom's like, are you fucking crazy? Yeah. But like in my head, I thought this was normal. Yeah. And I think
I went to your house a few times. I ran there.
Yeah. But it took a lot.
Just because I knew
the type of person I was.
Yes. The temper that you had, I knew the other person was not going to hurt you. I knew that in my heart. I knew you were on go. Yeah. And you didn't know when to stop.
Yeah, but I think
I was there for you, bro.
Yeah, I think like I swear to God, I'm not toxic anymore. I swear to God.
Ya me hice
una limpia. But I think what that was my sense of
PTSD.
No, yeah, exactly. I wanted to,
bro. You knew to attack before they attacked you.
Yeah, but like Louis taught me like that's not okay.
That wasn't okay, bro.
That's not okay. And now we literally like fucking sit down and have a conversation, and now I'm more patient, and you know this because there's so many things that trigger me, and I'll just sit there with a smile and until like I reach my boiling point, and I will destroy a person with words.
I've been in situations where I look at you and I know you're like a ticking bomb, so I'm like, is she there yet? Is she there yet? Like I'm waiting for Hawk to come out. But you have changed so much. Yeah. You are very patient now. Yeah. I've heard scenarios and I'm just like, my sister's about to flip this shit. Like, where's my phone? Like, where's her phone?
You need like an exit plan?
Yeah. I'm like, okay, me voy a este lado porque se va a tirar la cosa acá. And like, but you've been so patient that you'll be like, okay. Yeah. And I'm like, she's saying okay. I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I learned to change. So I wanted
No, pues, gracias a Dios.
I want to tell like all
Grab
women,
the mic and tell them in the camera, bro. Tell
all
them in the
women that
camera.
are listening, like I swear to you, like I'm in such a better place now. Like I said, I'm not playing victim because I was the person hurting the other person too. Like I'm nowhere in this scenario, in this story, the victim.
Yeah.
But I'm in such like a better state now. There's so much that I need to fix on myself because like I do have boiling points. I feel like as a person everybody does have one, but I just feel like my way
it's gotten so much better.
Yeah, my way of resolving things is like if you fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you 10 times harder, and I want to ease that out, but it's just I think it's the dad side in me that I can't, but I'm working on myself. I am. And I just want to tell everybody that's listening that has been into a physical altercation, either, you know, you're hurting the guy or the guy's hurting you, find a way out, because if you let it happen one time, it's going to keep on happening. And everybody says, no, I know how to stop it the next time. But unfortunately, there has been cases that the next time that it happens, it becomes fatal. So that's not okay. I really can't get that across so much better. Like, just get away from that because it's not going to get any better. There's no changing, because if a person was able to react like that the first time, they're going to do it again. Yeah, they're going to be able to do it again. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and call our friend.
We are going to have our special guest today. No names, sharing her story, which we are very appreciative about because this is some real shit.
Yeah.
And like we said, we talk about real shit. So thank you so much for being on the call, before she even answers and shit. Because not everyone wants to talk about this, obviously. But we're glad we have someone that's open and wanting to talk about some real shit like this.
Hello.
Hi, love.
Hi, baby. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Welcome to Chingonas Talk About It.
Hello.
That's Diana.
Hi, Diana. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for being on the call.
And we already stated that we're not going to say your name. We're not going to mention any names, any locations, nothing like that. Just for your safety and just to keep it square.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Okay, so do you want to talk about something in particular, or do you want us to go ahead and ask you questions?
No, you guys could ask me questions.
Okay, so my first question is, how long were you married?
Married 17 years.
17 years. And have you suffered from domestic violence those 17 years?
Not physical, but verbally, yes.
Okay, yeah, because there is different types of domestic violence, and I feel like, you know, us as women, we don't know how to like separate the two, and we're like, well, he's not hitting me, he's just making me feel like shit, and like I fucking cry to sleep, but he's not hitting me, so I'm okay. And I just want to say like props to you, because I'm like I just, you know, I don't want to go into depth like with my story, but I told you, I could relate so much. I was in an abusive relationship. I'm nowhere near being like the victim, but I was in an abusive relationship, and that was something that I did not want to have my kids, you know, living under. So how is it with you? Like, when did it start? Did it start right away when you guys moved in together, or with the years passing by, or how did it start?
Yeah. Like it started right away as we were dating. Like I never realized, because I never experienced anything like that. When I met him, I was 17. So, you know, my boyfriends I did have in the past was nothing like that. You know, we were just kids having fun, dating and everything, getting to know each other. But he had already a past relationship where, you know, he was living, he had kids and everything. So he already knew what marriage was about. Even though they wasn't married, they were living together. He already had that experience, you know. So to me, it was like, oh, he's broken. You know, he's come from a relationship where they were arguing, fighting, and everything. He's broken. So, that's what he acts like that. That's what he tells me like that because he feels that I'm gonna do the same thing that she did, you know.
Yeah.
So it started like right away. I just didn't see it. I was blind, you know. I was in love
Yeah.
that I didn't see the verbal abuse that he was doing. Like until now, like it took me a long time to actually like say fuck. Like he's been verbally abusing me throughout the whole marriage, and he will still continue to do it if I allow it, you know?
Yeah. Did you ever did you ever think like, oh, me having kids or me, bringing a baby into the relationship is going to make it better?
Yes. When I found out I was pregnant for my first one, we were about to break up. And when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, oh, okay, ya, con esto ya lo amarré, ya, he's going to stay with me, he's going to change, and we're going to be happily ever after.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. And when we found out, well, we didn't find out the gender of the baby until I had the baby. And he always wanted to have a baby girl. I'm like, fuck, ya, con esta ya la gané. Tuvo que ya, he's going to change, he's going to treat me like the queen I deserve to be treated, se van a acabar las peleas, everything. Like, I gave him what he wanted, you know, but no, everything just got worse and worse and worse. When I waited so long to have another baby because of the same reason, because, you know, I didn't want to bring another child into this marriage and be fighting and arguing and fighting and arguing, you know?
Yeah. And I know like people that have never been through this would say like, okay, then why didn't you leave him? Like, why didn't you just get out of that relationship? But it's not that easy. It's not just a fact of like, oh, you know what? I don't like this lifestyle. Let me get up and leave. There's so much. So what was your reasoning? I mean, I have my own personal reasons.
I didn't want to raise my daughter without her father.
Okay.
Because back then I only had one. I didn't want to raise my daughter without one. I'm not going to say a lot of things because it's a bit private.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom raised me with my dad.
Yeah.
And
for your daughter.
Yes, I didn't want that for my daughter. I said, no, I know that, you know, I could find a better person to be her dad or anything like that, but I don't want her to grow up with what if or why he wasn't here or why my parents didn't want to make it work, you know?
Yeah.
So that was my reason, my daughter.
Did you ever, because like I asked, you know, I have a very good relationship with my daughter, and I ask her now, like, did you ever think that what I was going through was affecting you? Like, I'm talking about like my personal experience. And she tells me straight, yes. She tells me like she remembers grabbing my son and hiding in the closet when I would argue with her dad. And it's just things like that like literally break me, because it's like us as women, we're like, oh, I'm sticking here for my kids and I'm pulling it together for my kids, and so my kids have a better life, not realizing that like my daughter's about to be 14, not realizing that now she remembers all that, and I could have avoided, you know, putting her through all that if I would have sucked it up. Because it's just, you know, like I mean I think you've heard my story before. When I told my parents I was separating, my parents were not okay with it. They told me, no, you can't do it. And it's just, I was like, okay, you know, I have to stick together for my kids. Do you think your daughter would ever, like, you know, not hate you, but like, you know, resent that from you?
I believe back then when she was younger, I believe she would have. At this point right now, she's older. She understands. She sees more. I just feel that I just caused her more pain, you know, because I stood with her dad and she saw more things.
Yeah.
And she kept seeing things and she keeps seeing things. ¿Sí me entiendes?
Yeah.
Like, I think she would have preferred us to break up a long time ago, maybe when we started having problems, than stood with her dad and keep seeing her, keep making her see things that she shouldn't have seen.
Okay. And your other kids, they are younger. Do they ever like, because now you're basically still married but not you know, fully divorced.
Legally divorced.
Legally,
No. No.
Do your kids, resent that because they are a lot younger? Do they resent
Actually,
that, or do
no.
they throw it in your face or nothing?
No, actually, my son actually told me this the other day, and it's like, it's better for you and dad to separate than to see you suffer more,
Yeah.
to see you crying, to see you hurt. Your pain is my pain, and oh my God, that broke my heart because it's like, wow, you're so young and you could feel my pain, like you could feel the pain that I'm feeling, and he's like, yeah, I could feel it. Your pain is my pain.
Yeah.
You're hurting, I'm hurting.
Yeah.
You're sick, I'm sick. You're not okay, then I'm not okay. And I'm like, wow, like it made me realize, like, wow, like he's so young, for him to actually tell me those words, it shocked me. Like snap out of it. Like you need to end it, and it needs to end, and you can't keep doing the same mistake over and over just because you want to stick to this person just because of them.
Yeah.
Because I'm making ¿cómo dice? Les estoy haciendo más daño estar con él que estar sin él.
Yeah. And I was just telling Diana, like to me, when I was in an abusive relationship, I thought that was normal. I thought that that's what couples did. I thought like every single couple like se peleaban physically. And and it wasn't until I met Louis that it was just like, no, that's not normal, and like it shouldn't ever get to that point. But it's things like, it's habits that we get accustomed to, and we're like, oh well, that's normal, and this is how it's supposed to end, and it's just we're teaching it to our kids, and it's an ongoing cycle.
Yeah.
It took me so many years. You're right. It's like I always ask myself, like, man, is this my life? Is this what marriage is really about? Like arguing, fighting, and over stupid stuff, like because of his insecurities, because of anything. Like, is this really what it's about? Like, no, like, I don't think marriage is supposed to be like that. Because, obviously we see our parents fight, argue, whatever, I saw my mom and my dad argue all the time. But it's like, I don't really want that. I always told myself, like, when I get married, I'm not going to make the same mistake my mom did. Stick with my dad, that he stuck with my dad because of us.
Yeah.
But I didn't really understand it until I actually went through it, that I understand my mom, why she did it.
Yeah, and in a sense of us wants to like, oh no, the life that they're living, I'm not living it. I'm doing this different or that different. And it's just, at the end of the day, no, it's the same thing. Maybe like okay, I'm getting super personal, and like I don't know if Diana's gonna edit this part out, but it's just when I would see my parents fight, my dad and my mom would fight in public. So I would always say like, well, at least, my partner doesn't fight with me in public. Nobody knows about it. I'm keeping it in closed doors. So I'm able to hide it. Like I always say, hiding it under the rug. And I'm able to hide it under the rug and nobody knows. And it's just, I think that was like, you've been in my life for so long. So I think that was such a shock to so many people when I finally decided to like, no, I've had enough. And everybody's like, well, you guys look so happy together. Yes, we were happy. There was happy moments. And it's just, I think we both wanted to change, but it was so toxic already that there was no going back. All the respect we had for each other had been lost. And literally it took a whole separation for that respect to get gained back. And I think that's why we're so good now. It sounds so bad because it's like, okay, well, he's the father of my kids and I should only see him as a father of my kids. And I do, obviously, but it's just, now I have respect for him. Now he takes care of my kids. Now he's a responsible father. And I think he had a lot of growing up to do to get to this place. And now he gained my respect back. And I think he's seen what I've done as a person too, when I've changed and I've redid my life and I'm with a good man, a good father figure for his kids. So I think I gained his respect back. But it's just, I kept on saying to myself, like, oh, I'm not doing the same cycles my parents are doing. My thing's totally different. But it's at the end of the day, mierda es mierda.
Yes. And that's my thing. My parents would never fight in front of public. Like, my mom would make scenes because my dad le gusta tomar, but nothing like verbally or nothing like that. ¿Sí me entiendes? But I did. Like, he would pick fights with me anywhere. No me podía poner un pair of jeans because I was already looking for someone else, or I was already looking for that guy's attention, or because that guy looked at me, he started to fight with me in front of everybody, Cynthia, in front of my tías, in front of everybody. Like, I was just humiliated in front of everybody.
And I feel you lose yourself as a woman too.
As a woman, yes. I would eat because I was so depressed. Like, no me podía expresar ni como yo quería. Like even if I wanted to wear something nice, I couldn't, because the back of my head is like, fuck, he's gonna argue with me, he's gonna fight with me. Like, ¿sabes qué? Mejor dejo esos pantalones y me pongo esto.
Yeah.
Or no me voy a poner esta tight shirt, me voy a poner una baggy shirt if I wear jeans.
Yeah, and it's just, I feel like we don't even know what would trigger a certain fight, but it ended up triggering it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a question. When, because you've been married, 17 years, right? When was the last straw? Like, when did you know, like, you know what, this is it? Like, my kids are telling me this is not okay. I know this is not okay. When did you decide, you know what, like, I'm just gonna leave?
To tell you the truth, until now, until this incident that happened over the weekend, last weekend, that's when I said enough is enough. Because I'm paying for something that he should be paying, not me.
Yeah.
He should be paying. And that was the last drop. Not to change the subject or to change to something else, is the same thing. But those 2 days in jail, not regular jail where they keep you 24 hours, girls. No, I was prosecuted. I was put in a uniform. And it was the hardest shit I've ever done. I've never been separated from my kids. I've never slept outside my house. I've always here with my kids. I go to work, me apuro a llegar porque tengo que llegar a cocinar, que tengo que llegar a atenderlos, a bañarlos, a limpiar la casa, hacer todo. ¿Sí me entiendes? What I take from the house to my job is the most 40 minutes. And those 2 nights that I spent away from my kids were the horrible days of my life. And that's what made me open my eyes and say, enough is enough. I know we were done. He didn't want to make it work, and I didn't push him to make it work. But I still had hope. Todavía yo de mensa, I still had hope, and I said, maybe we could fix it. Maybe I can make him change his mind, you know. But this was the last drop I could take.
Yeah. And I just feel like, I think we don't see it, but there's things put in our life to make us realize, like, hey, wake the fuck up. You need to put a stop to this because it's not going to end good. And I know, like, you know, we're not getting into personal details, but I just feel like, you know, aside from all the shit that you went through, you're lucky, because you're lucky to say, you know what, I caught myself. I'm fucking up. I need to get my shit together and move away from the situation that is not only causing you harm, it's causing your kids harm, because you obviously you could only see what happened on your end while you were away from your kids, but imagine the pain they were caused, you know, being away from their mom, or even just thinking where their mom was, or if their mom was okay, if their mom was even going to make it back home.
Yes. And it's that was my worst pain, because it's like, I wasn't there to feed them breakfast. I wasn't there to feed them lunch. I wasn't there to feed them dinner, to put them to sleep, to say goodnight. I wasn't there for 2 days, and it felt like I missed like a whole fucking year of their life.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I didn't eat for 2 days. I didn't sleep for 2 days, and it was just horrible. And I was like, I was miserable. I thought I was gonna freaking die. I was like, no, but I have to keep pushing. I have to push because they're waiting for me. They are waiting for me, and I am the only person that they need. They need me more than I need him, more than anybody needs me. They need me.
Did he ever get physical with you, like in the past?
No. He never touched me. Yes, he would throw punches to the wall. He would throw things, but he never touched me.
Okay. Do you think
It
that's
was
why?
all.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Mhm. It was all like verbally.
Okay. So do you think that was why you never actually like gained the courage to walk away?
I think so.
Or like,
I think I never thought that he was never gonna put a hand on me. Like I thought that his anger issues or whenever his anger moments, it was just that.
do you think he ever expected like, oh wait, whatever I do to her, however I treat her, she's never gonna go walk away? Like, do you ever, did he ever actually say
Yes.
that to you, or make you feel it?
He made me feel it. He didn't quite say that, but I think he did believe that I wasn't never gonna leave him, that I never was gonna be able to move on, or just leave him, or stand up for me, stand up for myself. I think he really believed that I was never gonna stand up to him.
Yeah. And I ask you that because it's just, in my place I would be like, okay, where am I gonna go? Like, my parents have a 3-bedroom apartment. I have 2 little kids. We don't fit in their life. They don't fit in mine. And I just didn't want to go through that. And like, believe me, when I got separated, my dad went on dad mode. And he's like, you're not leaving your kids. You're not going anywhere. Nobody's coming to the house. I don't want you going anywhere. And I was living in my house still. I was living in my own house. And my dad asked for an extra key. I don't know if you remember, Diana.
I do remember.
My dad asked for an extra key, and he would randomly show up at my house because they
not
closed.
invited.
Yeah, they closed the restaurant at 4.
Yeah.
3 or 4. I don't remember.
3 or 4.
I think 3 or 4 in the morning, and my dad would randomly go to my house to make sure that I was home. And I'm a whole 20-something-year-old living on my own, paying my own bills, paying my own rent. But my dad didn't want that for me. Didn't want me to be like out and about. And it's just like, I feel like my partner knew that my dad wasn't going to let me live my life. So he's like, okay, what are you going to do? You have to stick around and live this miserable life with me together. Because they knew that my parents were super strict and they wouldn't have my back. I mean, I'm telling you, like, he never said that, but I think that's what he assumed, or maybe because we've never talked about it anymore, but I feel like maybe he didn't see how bad we were hurting each other, because like I said, I'm nowhere close to being the victim, but I just feel like he didn't realize how bad we were hurting each other, how bad we were hurting our kids. And unfortunately our situation was physical.
Yeah. I think it wasn't until it got physical, and then like I think
No, it got badly physical.
and then we like
It got badly physical, and that's when my dad and Diana came to my house, and that's when my dad saw me like that,
I was like, all right,
I was like, yeah, I'm done for sure. Like, this is it. And my dad, of course, he's like, you have to go live with me, and like I think in that occasion I was in the wrong, and my dad's like, te vas a ir a vivir a la casa y no te quiero aquí and blah, 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 blah. But like, because he was on dad mode, even though I was at fault or it was my fault or I had triggered the argument, though I guess the way he saw me,
it was like, no.
it was like, let's go. It's time to leave. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I think it's understandable that the dad get worried, because right now my dad is living with me. He decided he was going to move in out of nowhere Sunday. He just said, I'm going to be here. I'm going to spend the night. And I said, I don't have a problem. I actually will feel much tranquila sabiendo que estás aquí si algo llega a pasar en la casa, because I will be by myself and my kids.
Yeah.
And in this house. And yes, I live in a very nice neighborhood, but still, you never know. Anything could happen.
Yeah. So I think that was the father in him trying to protect you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
And let me ask you this, because in my scenario, I never told my parents.
Yeah.
Like I never told my parents me and my partner fight. Well, I think they would know the normal like him getting mad at me or him snapping, but like the little stuff, very minimum.
Yes.
So did you have you or did you ever run to your mom, run to your dad, and tell them how bad it was?
No, they actually kind of knew because we always lived close to my parents. And yes, my mom would walk in sometimes and we would be arguing, or she would see me like, what's wrong with you? Estás triste? Or, you've been crying. The mom instincts, they know. But to me, run to my mom and say, we fought last night because of this or this or this. No, it was him. It was him who always would run to my mom, tell her, this is what happened. This is what your daughter did. This is this and this and that and da, 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 da. So my parents knew of the arguments, of the fight, of everything because of him. Okay. Not because I told them, because I'm very kept to myself. Like anything that happens, any problems that I have, I try to solve myself. I try to just resolve it on my own. Not ask for help, not tell them I need this, not tell them me pueden echar la mano con esto. No. I'm very quiet with my things. I try to figure out one way or another how I'm going to do it, how I'm going to fix it. And si fuera por mí, nunca les hubiera dicho, hasta probably now.
Sorry, just to butt in. But some of like the fights that you guys had throughout the years, was it mainly like the littlest things? Was it jealousy? Was it or just like, oh, you didn't take out the garbage and then there you go, a fight broke out, or just the silliest things? Or was it like cosa seria, or like people were involved?
No, it was a little bit of everything, but mostly the fights were always because of jealousy.
Okay.
And we've been together for so long, and because of a mistake that I did 15 years ago, he never let go, and he always brought that up. And until this moment, that's the only thing he brings up, because that's the only thing he has against me.
I think obviously from what I've heard about your story, I think he has a lot of fixing that he has to do on himself, that, things like, you wearing a certain pair of pants will trigger him just because he's not okay with himself. And and I tell you this because it's like I literally, like, I'm living through you. Like you're taking me back, and it's just, I remember like wearing a certain clothes, and I was never told like you can't wear that. But then it would be like on our next fight, it would be like, oh, Bo, you wore that because you wanted to look like this, or you wanted to trigger that person, or you wanted that person to see you. And it's just like, because people would come up to that person and tell them like, hey, your wife is so pretty. How did you get so lucky? Or you don't even talk, and she's so social and so nice. You're so lucky. So I think people would oppress him and see it as if I'm oppressing him. And I feel like I always try to defend myself. Like, I'm not oppressing you. If I'm with you, it's because I want to be with you. If I want to look pretty, it's not because I want to look pretty for other people. I want to look pretty for myself. I want to look pretty for you. And it's just, I feel like he needed a lot of fixing himself so that, small things like that would trigger him.
Yes. Exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing here. Like, si yo me arreglaba para estar con él o para salir con él, era porque no era para él, porque guys will look. And I'm like, well, if they look, let them look. I'm not with them. I'm not doing it for them to look at me. I'm doing it so you can say, this is my woman. Like, yes, I'm lucky to have this woman next to me. Look how good she is. Look how good she looks.
Yeah.
But she's mine, Yeah. I always seen it like that. Like, yo lo vestía a él, yo le compraba everything, lo que él se ponía, yo lo vestía a él. And I didn't get jealous. There was occasions that sometimes las mujeres se sobrepasaban, flirting with him in front of me. And I would say, hey, because I know that you're going home with me.
Yeah.
I know that you're with me. You're not with them. You're with me. Even ocasiones de que he had girls, friends, like amigas, I would notice when somebody likes him, I would tell him, hey, this girl likes you. Just be careful. I never told him stop talking to them. I never told him anything, because why would I tell him that? That's going to push him to want to talk to them more.
Yeah.
¿Me entiendes? So I always need to tell him. And I always was right. At the end of the day, when he would end their friendship or whatever, he would tell me, you were right. They like me as something else. And but he never saw my point of view, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm telling you this, I'm not telling you to fight. I never fought with him with any of the things that I told them, but he used to fight with me, and I'm like, well, I'm not with them. I don't even know him. I'm not dressing like this to provoke anything. I'm dressing like this because I want to feel pretty, because I want to feel sexy, and I want to look pretty and feel sexy for you.
Yeah.
And for you to feel like, oh man, I got a beautiful wife. Like, look at her. Like, but she's all mine. Yeah. Like, all these guys just look, stare, whatever, but they can't touch because she's mine. But he never saw that. Until the moment, he doesn't see it. I lost so much weight, and he used to tell me, oh, you look so good. Like, you even look better than before. But I know that this is not for me. And I'm like, I'm not going to jump into arguments with you. I'm going to let you believe whatever you want to believe. And right now, the weight that I lost, I didn't lose it because I wanted to lose it, but because of all the stress that I've been through. Yeah. And I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm like, I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to dress the way that I want to dress because, honey, you are not paying for my clothes. You are not paying for anything that I'm buying. I'm buying myself. And I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to let you get in my head that you can't wear this, you can't do. No. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to dress however I want to dress, however I feel that it's going to make me feel good. You know, until all this happened, he would still tell me, like, oh, this is this. Or he would tell me, like, oh, you're going to go to work like that? You have to go to work like that because you want to show off to all the guys. And I would just stay quiet because I'm like, I'm not going to let you get into my head because I know the type of person that I am. I know the woman that I am. I don't have anybody. I'm not showing anybody. I'm doing this because of me. Yeah. Because I want to do it. Because I stopped myself taking care of myself because of you. But now it's time for me to actually start taking care of myself because nobody else is.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you realize, but now that you're separated, he's still abusing you. He's still getting to your head. He's still using the same verbal abuse that he was using before, but now it's a little filtered. But it's just like no, he should have realized what he lost. He should have realized what he has at home and try to change the whole thing and try to, become a better him, because clearly you became a better you. You're a lot stronger now. You're beautiful. You're bomb as hell. Yeah, 4x4. Mamá buchona, como decimos. But it's just like he had his chance, but instead of using it to his advantage, he used it against himself and still was verbally abusing you with the filter on now. So it's just I hope that you realize, please don't go back to that. No. There's nothing good gonna come out of that. It's gotten this far, and I know I told you before, like, just stick through the dark days, because the days that are gonna be sunny are gonna be so much better. You didn't listen to me, but no, just like literally, like, there's gonna be days where you're gonna be like, fuck my life, like, I rather just take all the verbal abuse, in my case physical abuse, but it's just I'm not happy, my kids are not happy, but it's just you're not happy because you're so used to a life that you had before. It's years and years of living the same life, that now when you're actually getting your life basically back together, you don't know what to do with yourself. You don't know how it's all gonna play, how it's all gonna come together. So just literally listen to me. Just, it's very, very dark days. It's a lot of crying. It's a lot of like beating yourself for taking that decision. It's a big decision because we do it for our kids, but at the end of the day, it's like we suffered through it alone, because they still have their dad, they still have their mom, but they don't know how to put it together. And it's just, I completely understand you, and I tell you, like, just pull together, just pull through, just go through the dark days so you could really, really enjoy the days that are going to be coming to you.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
I tell you all the time, like, I met this guy and he changed my life 100%. It doesn't mean that you're looking for a guy. It doesn't mean that you're gonna get into a relationship. But it's just there's something better coming for you, for your kids. Just don't give up. Don't look back. I promise you, if you look back, nothing is ever gonna change. Nothing is ever gonna make you feel, complete. So just, de la puerta para afuera, lo que quieras, no te vas a meter adentro de mi casa, just for yourself, so you could start, gaining your own mental health, setting your own boundaries, because the moment you let him back inside your house, back inside your life, back inside controlling you, telling you, oh, you look good, but this is when you start allowing him to play with your head.
Yes, and that's exactly what I made. That's exactly what happened, because he had moved out and I allowed him to come back like nothing had happened.
Yeah.
And I didn't listen to you, but for sure this time I am listening to you. I am taking everything that has happened to me and from this past weekend. It's like it was just the horrible experience that's why I mentioned it to you. Like, I know I'm not the only one. I know there's more women out there going through the similar situation that I'm going through. And this is why I want every woman out there that listens, to your podcast or know a friend or know anyone, don't stick to a person that is, te está humillando verbalmente, te está pegando. No, just because of the kids, it is not worth it. It is not worth it. I've been with this person for so long, and I always thought he was going to change. I always thought, no, just give him time. And no, he never changed. Yeah. He never changed, and he will never change. Even in his next relationship, whatever happens, he is never going to change because he is this type of person.
Yeah.
¿Sí me entiendes? And that's why I say, like, for everyone or anyone that knows or is going through something like this, do not stick because of your kids. It is not worth it. Yeah. It is not worth it. And like you said, I am thankful that this situation got to this point y que nada más pasó. Que nada más I just went to jail. But imagine if it would have happened with not me being here.
Yeah.
Entonces, ¿qué?
Yeah, your kids lose out everything.
Exactly. Entonces, it's not worth it, girls. It's not worth it. And like you said, después que se acabe todo esto, sale el sol and better things will come. Right now, let's focus on ourselves. Let's focus on becoming the better person, the better woman, the better mother that we can for ourselves. Not for anybody else. Not for him, not for her. No, for yourself. Because honestly, un hombre te lo encuentras a la esquina de tu casa.
Yeah.
But yourself and your kids, you could lose them forever.
That's exactly.
And it's not worth it.
That's exactly my mentality. I just feel like, we say we're going to be strong for our kids, but we have to give them a strong mom, and it takes a lot to build ourselves from a broken situation. When you reached out to me and you told me you wanted to talk about this topic, I got like mixed emotions, because I don't think I was ready to talk about my personal experience, because I do have a really good relationship with the father of my kids now, and it's just I want to keep on saying that I am nowhere the victim, because I myself was, somebody that was hurting him too. But I just feel like I wasn't completely ready. And when you told me, I was like, oh my God, like you're gonna take me back and you're gonna make me talk about it. But I'm so glad that you came on here, because I just feel like maybe Monday when you hear yourself, you're gonna be like, yeah, I am that bad bitch. I'm gonna do this. Yeah. And when you're going through your dark times, I hope that you replay yourself again. You replay this video, this audio, or however you listen to us, because I know you listen to us every week.
Of course I do. Every Monday I'm like, when is the episode's gonna come out? I can't wait.
Thank you.
I am always waiting and on the lookout, because you guys make my Monday easier.
Thank you. Thank you. So hopefully when you're going through a dark time, you could replay this and remember the words that you said. Remember the goals that you're setting for yourself, and don't look back. I promise you, don't look back, because the second that you look back, and I'm telling you from experience, because I'm sure you know that I got separated. I was separated for 1 or 2 months, not even probably, and then looked back and it went to hell again. So I'm telling you from experience, do not look back. It doesn't get easier, but good things are gonna come for you. And I really, really thank you for
and I'm gonna
coming
I'm gonna tell you a secret, because I like, I think you and me are in touch because of something. ¿Sí me entiendes?
Yeah.
And hearing you say better days are gonna come, and seeing your marriage is like, wow. Like, if she got it, I could get it.
Yeah.
If she got it, I could get it. And I look up to you, and it's not the jealousy, it's not envy, nothing. I just, like, I love the marriage, the relationship that you have with your husband. I see how much you guys love each other, how much you express each other love. And I know it's not fake. It's not just to post it on Facebook, to post it on IG. Oh, because I want this person to see it. No, like, your love between you guys is authentic. Like,
girl, you're on my Snapchat. Actually, you see those personal ones too.
I'm dead.
Oh my God, yes. And I'm like, I know one day I'm gonna have that. I know one day, even if it's not marriage or not a relationship, but I'm gonna get there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get there. And if she did it, I can do it.
Yeah, for sure. So, I can assure you that your happiness, your good days are coming. This was just a little stone in your life. You're a lot stronger. I for sure hear you. Like, you're more determined now than when I spoke to you. I want to say like 5-6 months ago. Yeah. No, when we actually we were talking, and it's just like, I hear you now. Now you sound like you mean it. So I really hope that you mean it. I hope that you've learned your lesson, because life is about teaching us lessons. And they come in all colors and all fucking shapes, and sometimes they fucking fuck with us harder. But I really hope that you learned your lesson, and you're growing stronger from this.
So I do want to ask you if you want to give some shout outs. So please give a shout out to whoever you want to give a shout out. No names, but you know.
No names, just my kids. My daughter listens to you guys too, so I know she's gonna listen to this episode. Baby girl, anything that I'm doing is for the best of you, for the best of your brothers and your sisters. So please do not hate me. Please just love me and be patient with me. I love you guys, and yeah, that's it.
Oh, thank you very much. And yes, just stick through. You're making us cry. You're making us cry.
Sorry.
But just stick through for your mommy, because she's gonna need all the support, and especially you that you're older. So make sure you got her back, because that's really relieving to have somebody there for you.
Yes, she said I want to cry, but I'm very proud of you. Thank you so much for putting your life basically on the call, and just empowering other women to do the same. Thank you for sharing your story. I was listening to your audio. Wow, you've been through some shit, but a lot of people also have been through some shit, and you're very strong enough to share your story, even if you're anonymous, but still you spoke about it, and a lot of people don't talk about it. So thank you so much for being a chingona and talking about it. How about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna be famous. No, thank you guys for actually taking this topic. It's like, I know, like, I was just thinking, and I was like, man, I know that I'm not the only one. I have to talk and let them know to speak, and not to hold it, and not to just keep accepting it,
Yes.
That's the main thing. But thank you guys. And Diana, it was so nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you for sharing. I love you, and I'm always here for you. I'm always a text away. Right now, this month, I'm going to take a little bit longer to text back, because I'm extra booked. But just know that I always got you. I'm always a text message away. I hope that you know that. I hope that, you could come through with the phone calls, messages, a la hora que sea, I'll always get back to you.
Yes, I know that. Trust me, I know that. It's just like, I have my own shit too. I have my kids, and I understand you're busy, so no te preocupes de eso. I know that if I reach out to you, you will answer me.
Yes.
Later, but you will answer me.
Yes. And you know what? We're gonna check up on you. We'll probably have another episode just to see how you are doing, And, you know, hopefully you are in a better place. It sounds like you're very motivated and you're very determined to do this change. So when, in a few months, I think we're going to be like, hey, let's catch up.
Yeah. We're going to surprise call you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respectfully, no names though.
Yeah. To keep you on check and be like, hey, girl, did you meet up to your expectations? Yeah.
Yes, no problem. Con toda la alegría del mundo, I will answer you guys in a couple of months and keep you guys updated what's happening. And yes, and hopefully I am where I want to be. So
Yeah,
Amen.
you will be.
Yes.
You will
Yes,
be.
thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much for being on the call. You know that I love you, and stick through, okay?
I love you too.
Stick
Thank
to
you.
girl.
Thank
Woo!
Bye. Take care. Bye-bye.
you. Yes,
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Wow. Shout out to that person for opening up about a very serious topic. Not a lot of people want to talk about serious shit. See, guys, you guys can talk about a lot of personal things and share your stories so other people can bring awareness. And I'm so happy we have this platform. God damn.
God, I'm crying. Tengo mocos.
I know. I didn't want to cry too. I was like, bitch, and no, I got the falsies
I just,
on.
you know what? Like, she does take me back.
Oh, no, I saw you and I was like,
Yeah.
you guys took my sister. And she can't come back until she wants to come back. And I ain't going to touch her to come back.
Yeah. But no, like it was very deep. I hope that you guys listening took a lot from this. I'm so glad that, you know, we're raising awareness on this topic because she never got physically abused.
But she still got the abuse.
But she still got the abuse, and it took her 17 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, when was the last straw? And it's like she's basically a survivor. And because not a lot of people can be like, you know what, I made it through, or it got worse, or didn't get worse, or something horrible else could have happened. So she's talking about it now. She seems, and she hears to be determined to a different change for her kids and herself. And I hope she comes through. So I think we're gonna have to like check up on her, like run up on her in a few months. Be like, yo, you good? Like,
Well, I'm always talking to her, but
she shared it with me. You had your story and you didn't tell me, and I didn't want to know until she was okay with it. And then so when I was hearing it, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do this.
And I'm glad that we got to hear her background story before.
Yeah, because if I didn't know, I would have been like, and then now like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna check up on her. We're gonna try to list some like domestic abuse numbers or centers
Like
or
a
something,
hotline or
like
something?
a hotline or something.
Or Cynthia's number.
Yeah, my number. You guys know. I've always said I'm open to talk to whoever.
Yeah, you are very open.
Wants to talk to me. I've been through a lot of shit. Thank God it got a lot better for me.
Yes.
But it just takes that one step. It doesn't matter if it's not physical. If somebody is hurting or fucking with your inner peace, that's abuse.
Period. And this goes for guys
And girls.
This story happened to be a woman, but there's men also that are being abused.
We personally know a male that went through abuse, and it's just it's there's no gender in this.
Yeah. Say no to domestic violence. Don't catch a case.
No verbal, no
physical. It ain't worth it.
And if you're being the one that's the abuser, like hold back and like think about it. Like
check yourself.
What you're saying. Why are you saying it? To better yourself, or to make that person feel like shit?
For sure.
Because like either way, you're hurting each other.
Yeah. I'm sure the abuser isn't like, oh, like, chingue and shit. Like, I'm sure at the end of the day, it's like, that doesn't feel right, huh? Right. So, for sure, like, if you're the abuser, check yourself, get some help, maybe talk to a friend. Talk to us.
Yeah.
Like, we won't judge you. We really just want to understand what it takes for you to get there.
Yeah.
And what takes you back.
Yeah, or help you and make you realize what's triggering it, or why you don't fit in that picture anymore.
Right. Like their background story. Like let us know like what's going on. And if you are the abuser, feel free to reach out to us. No judgment. Like, you know, right now this person, Cynthia's very close to this person. I didn't know about the situation. I know she wanted to be in the call, but she wasn't ready until she was ready to share the story. And see, we didn't put no names out there. We're not fucking snakes. We just want to bring awareness to people that are going through this, obviously using Chingonas as a fucking platform to talk about shit like this. You know, and it makes me happy that people are like, you know what? Well, I'm gonna tell the girls
Yeah.
to like have this on the call.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's up.
At the end of the day, that's what we want. We want everybody to say, you know, their story, but feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Because this is exactly what we were talking about. We don't want to make our caller feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's like
because
it's una plática. So she's just calling us, and we just happen to, you know, respectfully share it with an audience.
Yeah.
But
But she wanted to raise awareness.
Exactly.
She wanted to let other girls know, like, put a stop to it before it's too late.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she did mention it. She got to the jail stage, but it's just, you know, you don't have to get to that stage.
Please don't get to that stage. That stage is
like steps away from it.
Like call us.
Yeah, becoming
Because
something larger.
we pick you up and we ain't bring you back, girl.
Yeah.
Because that's just, yeah, no mas.
Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This obviously was like a little mix of us being stupid and our serious like always. But
Yes.
but we back, bitches.
We back, baby. You already know. You know what it is. We're basically, you know, we wanted to do like we do serious episodes, and then we do like silly ones and stuff like that. But it's just opening and eye-opening and just welcoming other scenarios that people go through, because like we said, we are promoting a plática entre hermanas, some real shit. You know, and then I love that. I just love it here, bro. I love it here. I love that nos tiene confianza de hablar de cosas así, porque, you know, we have guys listening. Bro, we checked the percentages, bro.
Yeah.
Guys are listening to Chingonas. Thank you guys for listening to Chingonas. Maybe become a better person. Maybe become fucking a better
husband,
a better
dad.
friend, a better anything. Listening to us girls, learning from us, hearing our experiences as girls, because a lot of shit goes on in the girl world, just like a lot of shit goes on in the guy world.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy.
And we try to keep it gender neutral, things that
Yeah.
happen to both girls and guys. We could only speak from our perspective. So if you guys ever want to be on the call, like literally, you guys
pick up the phone, baby.
give us a WhatsApp number. We'll call that.
I know you're home, baby. You know what I'm saying? And like, I love it that more guys are listening to Chingonas. Porque también les gusta el pedo.
Yeah.
Pero también es like, es una plática, güey. No mames. Like, you talk to your husband. I talk to Bae. Like, it just, things that happen in life with, you know, guys and girls. So I'm happy, bro. I don't know what to say, but I'm happy. I'm happy we did this. I'm happy we have this chance, the opportunity to talk about shit like this.
Yeah.
And please say no to domestic violence.
And again, it does not have to be physical to be domestic violence.
Yes. If you've seen it, been around it, know better.
Yeah.
Know better. That's all I want to say.
Learn how to put an end to it. If you're seeing it, learn how to help that person get out from that.
If you know somebody, help them out. Speak up. Be like, bro, I don't think that's cool. Homegirl, I don't think that's cool. Call them out.
Yeah.
But just don't be like, I don't know what happened. No,
Yo no veo nada. That TikTok. Fuck.
You know?
TikToks always come to my head.
But I love it here. I just honestly, like, no sé qué más decir, but I'm really appreciative that we have this here for people to feel comfortable enough to talk about real shit.
Yeah. I hope you guys liked the episode once again.
And until next time.
Until next time.
Thank you guys. Love you guys. And make sure to check out a new episode coming every Monday.
Bye.